Their loyalty was mine after I gained financial freedom. As Shen Yuan and Fu Yinzi watched Feng Zigui walk away, defeated, Shen Yuan smirked and muttered to himself, "Sorry bro, face the reality. Money and power are unbeatable." Fu Yinzi, blushing, said softly, Shen Yuan, I think that's enough, right?" Shen Yuan removed his hand from her tiny, delicate waist and replied, "Yeah, he probably will not bother you again. If there's nothing else, I will head out." As Fu Yinzi watched Shen Yuan walk away, she whispered to herself, "Shen Yuan." A few moments later, in his room, Shen Yuan sat down on his bed and murmured to himself, "Honestly, Fu Yinzi really is secretary material, but I am not yet capable of running a full company. Without real skills, even if I have money, I would just be seen as a flashy rich guy. I need to activate all these knowledge modules and level up." As he fiddled with the system, Shen Yuan said, "Let us start with this one. Even though school had mandatory courses like Introduction to Management, I always felt like I did not learn much." The system replied, "Detected host's plan to begin studying business management. To run a company well, you must master several professional disciplines. Host has consciously decided to self-improve. Business management panel unlocked. Limited time task within 1 month. If the host masters key concepts from Foundations of Management, all EMBA level knowledge from Shanjiang Chinese University, Asia's top business school, will be integrated into the host's brain." Shen Yuan said to himself, "EMBA focuses on both theory and practice, especially from such a top-tier school, but finishing all this in a month will not be easy. Wait, my counselor has a double degree. Her first major is business management." Suddenly, Lin Yuchang sent Shen Yuan a message. "Shen Yuan, are you available for a drink tonight?" Shen Yuan looked at his Chinese phone and said aloud, "Miss Lin?" Then he muttered to himself, "I remember last time. I knew there would be more to come, but..." He replied to Lin Yuchang, "Tomorrow night, I have something on tonight." At a bar, Lin Yuchang blushed while sipping red wine and said, "Tomorrow night? I still have a long day to wait." 1 hour later, Fang Minhui entered Shen Yuan's room and exclaimed, "Shen Yuan, finally I get to see you. Do I look good today?" Shen Yuan stood up and smiled. "Of course. My Miss Hui Hui always looks great." Fang Minhui suddenly jumped to hug him and they began kissing. Shen Yuan thought to himself, "What can I say? Miss Lin, dating me requires queuing up." A few moments later, Fang Minhui lay on Shen Yuan's bed, her heart rating at 93, as Shen Yuan looked at her alluring figure and mused. Hui Hui's affection level rose from 91 to 93. "I am noticing a pattern. The higher it gets, the harder it is to increase. But harder also means better rewards, just like leveling up in a game." Shen Yuan leaned closer and whispered, "I mentioned helping you buy a house. If you're free this weekend, we can go look." As he played with her soft, delicate chest, Fang Minhui suddenly hugged him tightly, pressing her large, soft chest against him and said, "Yay, love you." The next morning, on campus, Fang Minhui entered the room, and her friend asked, "Did you see the promotional materials about the new startup incubator?" Another friend said, "Is it really a student who invested 10 million? No way," said the third. "All the rich kids here just waste money partying. None of them are capable of investing like Intron." Chen Ling, torn and frustrated, whispered to Fang Minhui, "I really want to tell everyone the truth. What should I do? It is too uncomfortable to hold it in." Fang Minhui hushed her and whispered back, "Hold it in." Shen Yuan said not to reveal anything yet. Chen Ling frowned and whispered, "I do not get why he is keeping quiet. Is this not just showing off in the dark? Still, you are lucky. You bagged such a rich guy. Oui, think you could ask if he needs another maid or assistant? I do not want to work hard anymore." Fang Minhui replied, "You mean like a live-in maid?" Chen Ling grinned. "Come on, you think he would want someone like me?" She teasingly pulled Fang Minhui's blouse to show more cleavage and added, "You really got lucky, Hui Hui. I bet last night was wild, huh?" Fang Minhui blushed and said, Stop teasing." Chen Ling chuckled. "Just admit it. Was it amazing or not?" Fang Minhui looked away, sweating and blushing. "You are so annoying." In a different scene, Cixi said, "Yuping, did you see the post saying a student spent 10 million on the incubator?" Yuping scoffed. "I saw." "But come on, do we look that gullible? Who just believes internet gossip?" Cixi blushed and looked up. "I agree." 10 million? If someone really did that, they would have at least a net worth of 100 million. If our school really had someone that rich, I would throw myself at them too. Yuping said, "Dream on. Why would they look at you?" Cixi retorted, "If someone really spent that kind of money, they would be showing off non-stop. No way they would stay low-key. What is the point otherwise?" Yuping added, "Exactly. Look at Shen Yuan. bit of money, and he is already full of himself. Buying cafes for older women and all. Shikshi said, yeah. Just the other day he gave us attitude when we said a few words. Oh, what a turnoff. Meanwhile, campus gossip spreads like wildfire. Shen Yuan continues with his plan. Shen Yuan said on the phone, Counselor, I need your help. I want to seriously study management fundamentals. Could you tutor me? Counselor Li Xiao, suspicious, replied, Shen Yuan, what are you up to this time? Shen Yuan got into his car and said as he put on his seatbelt, I really just want to learn something this time. Li Xiao, still not convinced, sighed, fine then. Shen Yuan, excitement clear in his voice, said, I will be at your place soon. Counselor Li Xiao, shocked and blushing, exclaimed, at my house? You are not planning to accuse me of anything shady again, right? Shen Yuan said, you know I am trustworthy. I swear I will not try anything. Li Xiao fell silent. Come on, Shen Yuan said playfully, do not worry. And with that, he rushed toward her apartment. A few moments later, Counselor Li Xiao opened the door, visibly sweating and blushing. Shen Yuan, before you come in, you have to promise me that it will not be like last time. I promise. Shen Yuan grinned. Sure? She asked, narrowing her eyes. 100% sure. Shen Yuan's eyes sparkled. All right, come in. A few moments later, in Counselor Li Xiao's living room, she handed him a thick book and said, this was my textbook from college. I marked the key points in the first 3 chapters. You will have to memorize most of them, but try linking them to real-life cases. It helps. Shen Yuan nodded earnestly. Got it. I will start memorizing now. After 1 solid hour of studying, Li Xiao frowned. Why did you stop studying? Why are you staring at me? Look at your book. Shen Yuan gazed at her and said, but Counselor, you are way more interesting than the book. There you go again, she snapped, blushing. Did you not promise you were just here to study? I am studying seriously. Shen Yuan leaned closer. But I also want you to be my girlfriend. Those goals do not conflict. Li Xiao stood up immediately. Stop talking nonsense. Suddenly, Shen Yuan hugged her from behind. I am serious, Counselor. Li Xiao froze in place for a moment and whispered, do not do this, Shen Yuan. My little sister is sleeping in the other room. All the better, Shen Yuan whispered. We can let her know we are official now. As Li Xiao felt something poke her from behind, she turned red and said, let go of me, Shen Yuan. I never agreed to anything. Shen Yuan suddenly kissed her soft, delicate lips and whispered, you will eventually, Counselor. Li Xiao did not resist. Her eyes wide, she murmured to herself, you swore you would not act like this. Men really are pigs. As Shen Yuan moved his hand to her waist, she quickly pushed it away. No, Shen Yuan, absolutely not there. Suddenly, Li Ming stepped out of her room, rubbing her eyes. When she opened them, she froze in shock. On the couch was Shen Yuan on top of her sister. Her jaw dropped. What the heck is going on here? Both Shen Yuan and Counselor Li Xiao turned toward her, startled. Li Meng's eyes widened as she screamed internally, my sister and Shen Yuan, right on the sofa? No shame at all. Since when did my sister get so bold? Without another word, she stomped back to her room and slammed the door. Li Xiao pushed Shen Yuan away and shouted, what are you doing? My little sister saw everything. Shen Yuan shrugged. She was going to find out sooner or later. Better to let her know now, right? Wrong. Ugh, Shen Yuan, she groaned. I have not even agreed to be your girlfriend yet. Now how am I supposed to explain this to my sister? Shen Yuan paused. Counselor, do you like me? He gently grabbed her shoulders. Li Xiao started, then said to herself, if I had to say, then yes, a little, but we are teacher and student. Her affection level, 71. Shen Yuan smiled to himself. Her affection level increased by 2 points. Not much, but something. She is not materialistic, so money will not work. Only time and effort will show her my sincerity, he said aloud. It is all right. I will not give up. Li Xiao blushed in shock. I will head out for now. See you next time. As he left, Counselor Li Xiao stood frozen for a moment. And a few moments later, she knocked on her sister's door. You can come out of the room now. Li Meng peeked out and asked, is it over? Yeah, Li Xiao said, holding her book. Li Meng sat beside her on the couch. Sis, are you and him together now? Should I start calling him brother-in-law? Li Xiao looked away. No, not officially, not officially. Then how did you two end up doing that? Li Meng asked flatly. We did not go all the way, Li Xiao muttered. So what are you thinking? Li Meng asked. Counselor Li Xiao's mind swirled with confusion. Li Meng looked at her sister and thought to herself, you are obviously already falling for him. You just do not realize it yet. Later that night at Miss Cafe, Shen Yuan arrived and spotted Lin Yuchang sitting alone at a table. Miss Lin looked up, her face a little flushed. Shen Yuan, sorry to bother you. I have been in a bad mood lately and wanted to talk. Am I interrupting anything? She blushed, waiting for his response. Shen Yuan sat down across from her and asked, Not at all. Miss Lin, are you okay? You do not look very happy. Miss Lin sighed. Tang Xianyong is getting worse, staying out all night, not even trying to hide it anymore. He comes back reeking of other women. She looked down at her glass of alcohol and muttered to herself, If he is out doing whatever, I can at least have a drink with someone. It is not like we are doing anything wrong. Even if I did do something, he would not have the right to complain. He made this bed himself. Then Miss Lin suddenly asked, Shen Yuan, is Chen Na your girlfriend? Shen Yuan replied, Sort of. Miss Lin continued, And she knows you are out drinking with me? Nope, Shen Yuan said casually. But even if she knew, she would not mind. Miss Lin whispered to herself, Then I get it. If that is the case, I will not feel guilty. I really did not want to interfere in anyone's relationship. Then she said softly, Shen Yuan, can you hug me? Just once. Shen Yuan shifted to the side and said, Come here. Miss Lin immediately stood up and, instead of a simple hug, sat directly on Shen Yuan's lap. He blinked. And what about him? Shen Yuan asked. Does he know you are out here drinking with me? Lin Yuchang kissed him suddenly and whispered, Please, do not mention that jerk. Shen Yuan thought to himself, Ugh, this is happening at Nana's cafe, with another woman. I feel guilty. Darn it, am I seriously becoming that guy? Why am I overthinking this? He began getting handsy, but Lin Yuchang stopped him, pushing his hand away. I can't. Shen Yuan chuckled. What? You are not seriously asking me to behave now, are you? Lin Yuchang said softly. Shen Yuan, I will help you relax. As they drew closer, Shen Yuan grinned. Nope, tonight I am going all in. They made love, and afterward Miss Lin moaned softly. She felt as though she were lying in a heavenly garden, being gently watered like a dried flower by cherubic angels. So this is what heaven feels like, she thought to herself. And half an hour later, Lin Yuchang, flushed and panting, said between breaths, Ha, ha. Shen Yuan, relaxed, pointed downward and said, Help me clean up, please. As Lin Yuchang continued to help him clean the pipes, Shen Yuan leaned back in satisfaction and thought, People always say young guys do not appreciate mature women and only chase younger girls. They are not wrong. This is new. Even before things escalated with the others, their affection levels were over 60. But with her, it went up afterward. And a system notification appeared. Congratulations. You now have 5 NPCs with affection levels above 60. Stage reward unlocked. A perfect life requires the admiration of multiple women. Rewards and 2 high-efficiency study cards on 1 exclusive skill pack exchange ticket on 2 perfect life lucky draws. Shen Yuan blinked. Did not expect the system to not only track affection levels, but also count how many NPCs are into me. Let us see what goodies I get this time. Another notification popped up. High-efficiency study card instantly memorizes and retains content from books. Each card lasts 1 hour. Shen Yuan pumped his fist. This is great! Studying that management textbook was taking forever. This card will help me complete the time-limited task in just a few hours. Another notification appeared. Perfect Life Lucky Draw random rewards include bonus cards, attribute boosts, real-world items, businesses, or even cash. Shen Yuan laughed to himself. System Daddy, you are amazing. If I get lucky, maybe I will win something wild, like, you know. Just then, Lin Yuchang stood up and said with a soft smile, You seem happy. To be honest, I have never been this happy, not even once before. Shen Yuan looked at her silently, admiring her quiet beauty. Lin Yuchang walked to the kitchen and called back, Let's go, Shen Yuan. I should be heading home now. So, next time we'll continue? Shen Yuan thought to himself, Next time? Is she planning to keep this going? Thank you so much for watching. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to help me grow my channel. Your support means the world to me. Don't forget to leave a comment below. I love hearing from you. Let's keep the conversation going and get those analytics buzzing. Until next time, take care.